Good morning, you guys. We just got back from Japan, and a day and a half later, we have a drift comp here at Willow Springs, our version of Ebisu in California. We're here with the Z today. This is supposed to be a drift comp that is a little bit more grassroots oriented, meaning this drift comp doesn't buy you an FD license or anything like that, like the typical competitions that we normally drive in. This is just a fun driving event with a large cash prize at the end. There's 32 drivers. I'm driving the Z today. We're driving at an old track called Balcony. I used to drive this track all the time. I learned to drift on this track. And we're doing a new layout today that is very, very fun. There's like a little jump through the run up too. You'll see it throughout the footage later today. But we are excited, I'm hyped, coming off of a lot of driving in Japan, and I'm hoping to secure a dub today for the boys. All right, it's been a minute since I filmed with you guys. The layout we're driving is very, very weird. It does not flow very well. So my initial practice runs were so bad, we only got 4 practice runs, and I'm so used to the JZX, it's like taking me a minute to get used to the Z again. So there's no qualifying, it's an automatic bracket system for top 32. We got paired into top 32 with our friend Kyle, and his car broke. So we just got a bye run in top 32, which means we're going on to top 16. But finally, I found the line and found the zone, and everyone here, all 32 drivers, are having a lot of trouble finding the outside zone because you're coming straight at a wall, and it's really awkward. I think there's like less than a handful of us that are like filling the line. So now we're moving on to top 16. I'll show you guys the run from the inside cam now. Let's see how this battle goes. We're moving on to the top 8, but I'm having a lot of wheel binding issues. We think our front left suspension is like slipping on us. We have to do, the alignment is fighting us on every area of the track.
Shock length looks the same.
What the hell? Yeah. The alignment's fighting me, and it's like really washing out.
Also look, hey, come here. There's your problem.
Why is that my problem?
Because that's what we're hammering right now. Binding your wheel. It's cutting it off.
At
full lock, you're cutting it off.
Yeah, okay, well, the car doesn't feel 100%, but we're gonna give it our all again. Try not to get gapped on the chase run. That is gonna be our goal. Lead run will be fine. The chase, have a lot of pedal work to do to keep all the momentum of all 230 horsepower moving. Now we're going against like an LS car with like a dog box or something.
F370Z. It is white. It does have a livery on it. And it's TJ Hunt. It's the win.
All right, now we are going into the final battle for first place. We're going against that green Z. Has an LS in it, makes a lot of power. So we're gonna chop line where we need to and try to really suck up in the pocket. And I'm gonna go for an extremely aggressive dive into outer zone 1. And then on my lead, I'm just gonna take it nice and slow and run a big bro line, fill the zone. It's gonna make it harder for him to chase the really fast car. Odds are he'll probably bobble and fuck up. So
Who are you talking to?
we'll try. Yo, my suspension arm just snapped. I am broke on the side of the road. Let me double check. Yep, car DNF, 100% DNF. An arm legitimately just broke as we were scrubbing tires. I might be able to drive off track, but it's like literally, you know that like big bolt you try tightening, it's like that thing just let go. I've never had that happen before. Fuck! I wanted first place so bad. All right, well, Kevin reminded me, he said, have you filmed anything?
And I said,
haven't. It's a clips video.
I said, did you do your job? And he said, get my GoPro, and I said, no. Vlog.
Yeah, well, so as you guys saw, as we were going in for our final battle, I was scrubbing the tires and the tie rod sheared itself from the rack spacer that is for our angle kit. That angle kit is very tired. The last event we had, we broke one side and now we had a failure on the other side, but that's the same WiseFab kit that I've had for 5 years. So while I was just on the phone with Dylan, I was like, maybe it's time just to replace it. The WiseFab stuff is great. It's lasted way longer than it should have. So mechanical failure took us out today. Didn't even have a chance to run the final battle. I think we would have confidently taken home the dub, which would have gotten us our first time ever getting first place. But hey, there's always next time. I'm not complaining with a second place. A podium's a podium. Somehow the little Z that could made it happen again. So I'm thankful for that, and I had a fun time with Kev and fun time with Dylan. As much as I hated that layout, the layout was not very fun. I didn't film too much of it, but that layout sucked. That jump that you have to hit is just so aggressive on your car. But
Well, we have all the clips of you hitting the whole jump.
dude, I was watching
All
some
the
of
runs
them.
are there.
I was watching them off of your phone that you sent me, and like, you literally get air.
You do.
It's so bad. Like,
People rock themselves going over that hump.
yeah. But we're on the way home now, and I'm happy. I went there to get a podium, and we got it. So it definitely feels good as a driver. And going back to left-hand drive was definitely weird after driving so many days at Ebisu in the JZX. Also, after driving the JZX for however many days in Japan, my Z feels so slow. I thought something was wrong with the car. And even still, I think the motor might be down on power, but man, you have to clutch kick like crazy in that car to have it go fast. So either way, we're on the way home. Good morning, everyone. It's now the next day. I thought I would just roll over yesterday's video into today's video. I'm still waking up. I'm awfully tired. Samir and I went to the store. It's 10:30.
It's 1 p.m., you guys.
No. But went to the store this morning, got some food for today because we're gonna have some friends over to hang out in the pool. And I really wanted to drive my M4 because it's been a while. I know the grocery store is not far. Wanted to take her out. Haven't been driving this car much lately just because we've been so busy and we've been running all over the place and traveling and stuff, but
I've been driving it.
yeah, right. I miss this car. This car is very, very cool. I also want to say a quick little thank you to everyone who's supported the new giveaway that we're starting with Hunt & Co. with the Mark IV Supra. There's been quite a lot of you that are pretty excited about it, and I actually met a few of you guys yesterday at the comp that came up and said what's up, and they were like, we all entered the Mark IV giveaway, and everyone was showing me their orders and talking about their entries. So it's cool to see that. Bless you. Bless you again. It's cool to see that you guys are excited, and if you haven't heard, we're giving away that red Mark IV we were building, we just built. Now it needs to get tuned, but it's gonna be a really cool giveaway car. I'm pretty excited, and we just dropped a bunch of new stuff, as well as these hats, which are quite popular. You guys are pretty hyped on the hats.
So as you guys have seen from my Instagram stories, I'm kind of obsessed with making sourdough lately. Look, I literally have, this could have been one of my best loaves sitting right there. Hey, go poop. Thought he was gonna come around. Oh, there he is. Go take your morning poop. This one I made yesterday. This was a fail. I burned it a little bit. I did a chocolate chip loaf, and then this is a fresh one.
I got a big pro update for the boys.
I'm giving them an update on my sourdough right now.
Take fiber, changes your life.
Oh, okay. They probably all eat a fibrous diet, so they're fine. TJ has to take fiber pills because he refuses to eat vegetables, even though I tell him every day. Anyways, you guys, sourdough is like a huge trend right now. I know you're seeing it all over your feeds. I know you're like, I don't want to see it from TJ's girlfriend, but what?
They definitely don't have how to make sourdough on their feeds.
I know a lot of you guys do, because when I post on my Instagram story, a lot of you guys are like, that sourdough loaf sucked. Look, here's a good sourdough loaf, sending me sourdough loaves. Anyways, I'm in my sourdough era. I'm in my housewife era. And this morning, we are going to make a loaf. So let me show you how to make a sourdough loaf. Step one, this is my sourdough starter. As you can see right here, I fed it at 7:30 p.m. and the sourdough starter was right here. So in the past, what time is it? It's 11 a.m. In the past 8 hours, it's doubled in size. It's super bubbly. It's risen. It's ready to go. So you need your starter needs to look like this. This is an old starter that I need to feed later. That's what you don't want it to look like. She's not alive. She's not well, and your loaf is not going to be good. So we're going to use this sourdough starter. We're going to add flour and water. Look, I have all my measurements right here. If you guys are interested in making a loaf, this is what we have figured out. 100 grams of starter to 325 grams of water, 475 grams of flour, and 10 grams of salt. So, little scale. Order it on Amazon. Get it from your local USPS store. They have one there too. The measuring is very important. We're measuring in grams, okay? We're setting our bowl down here. We're zeroing it out. And we are starting with water. So we have a lot of sourdough starter, so we're gonna make 2 loaves today. So let me just go over my handy dandy little piece of paper that I showed you guys. 2 loaves, we're gonna do 650 grams of water. So starting at 0, 650 grams of water. Ooh, I might need more water. Oh, I might be perfect. Oh, I might be perfect, you guys. 632, 652. Give or take, okay? Then, after 652, we're gonna zero out the scale. We're gonna zero out the scale. We're gonna add 200 grams of starter. Now, this part is really important. I need to show you guys. You want your starter to float when you put it in. So we're at 0 grams right there. We're gonna pour the starter in until we're at 200 grams. And if she floats, we're gonna have a good loaf of bread. She's floating. She's floating. We're looking real good, folks. We're looking real good. Next, we're gonna take this whisk. We're gonna, let's take it off the scale. We're gonna whisk this together, the water and the sourdough starter. Sourdough is alive, you guys. Okay, fun facts about sourdough. It's so much better for you than regular bread. It has less gluten in it. It's more light and airy, so you're not gonna gain as much weight if you're eating a bunch of bread. Or like, you can make pasta noodles with sourdough. You could do pizzas. You can do pancakes. You can do so many things aside from bread, which I'm going to learn how to do later. But all right, once she's nice and bubbly like that, it's time to add the flour. So here's where I like to get a different bowl. Leave the wet stuff in here. And then this is gonna be my mixing bowl that I mix it all in. Since we're doing 2 loaves, we're gonna have a lot more dough. So zero out the scale, set the bowl on. Okay, no, we don't want that. That's gonna mess up our measurements. So we're gonna zero out the scale again. Sometimes you gotta press it twice. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to add back to our little cheat sheet. We're doing 2 loaves, 950 grams of flour. I want you guys to see what this bowl looks like. My partner in crime, who was supposed to be filming me, is still taking a poop. Clearly the fiber pills aren't working. What? Still taking a poop. So I'm gonna have to film this by myself. So I want you guys to see the bowl. We have the dry ingredients here. We can now remove our scale. Now we are going to add the wet ingredients, just like this. And you're gonna get a lot. Make sure you get all that sourdough out the bottom, sourdough starter. Gonna get our little spatula right here. Get that all in there. Now in this house, we're a clean as we go kind of chef. So we're gonna rinse out this bowl really quick. We're gonna throw her in the dishwasher. Shout out to my pioneer women that used to do this without dishwashers. Holy moly. And then we are going to mix. All right, this is truly an arm workout. Kind of start like this. It's gonna start to get really thick. Kind of shake. Get all the flour in there without spilling it all over the place. So you do, oh, I'm spilling it. You do kind of just a general mix. You want your dough to be looking shaggy is the term that the professionals use. She's starting to look shaggy. And then when she's starting to look like this, you're gonna bring out your scraper to get all the sides of the bowl. So we're doing that. She's looking good. We're gonna go like this. Word of the wise, everybody. This is like plaster once it's in this stage. So if you're doing this, make sure that you like rinse it off your finger, rinse it off all your tools, rinse it out of your sink because it will get stuck and you will have to like take a knife, ask me because I know from personal experience, to like get it out of your sink, get it off your counter. This stuff is dirty. So I'll just eat it, you know, why not try what you're making? We're gonna head over here. We're gonna get our scraper. It's the beauty of a day out today. This is our scraper. We're gonna wet her. First we're gonna rinse off our fingers. And now we're gonna go back in. Now my partner's back from pooping, so he can film me in second person. This is what your dough looks like. Third person. Now you want to do a couple rounds of tuck and fold, what they call it, where you lift the dough up, you shake her a little bit. She should be this giant loaf. Remember what I said, be careful about getting this everywhere because it's like plaster. You shake.
You know what plaster is?
Of course. I'm a corner girl. And we're gonna do that and we're gonna leave it like that. See, you guys, if I don't wash this off my hands immediately, it's gonna be stuck like this forever. Got my bowls ready. We're making 2 loaves. We're gonna separate this into 2 loaves. TJ wants me to make him a chocolate loaf. So we're gonna be using that.
Chocolate chips.
Chocolate chips and cocoa powder. Then we're gonna make a regular loaf.
Chocolate chips. It's like the Outback bread. Or I guess, if you don't know what that is, it's like cheesecake bread. Cheesecake Factory bread.
That's not chocolate.
What is it?
It's like wheat.
Well, it's like brown. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out.
All right, so now that our dough is mixed up, we have to let it sit for like 30 minutes, an hour. Keep doing those tuck and folds, like I said, ideally 3. If you don't have time for that, you can let it sit, but doing those tuck and folds is gonna make it more light, airy, bubbly. So while she sits, we have our station prepped. This is where our 2 loaves are gonna go, and then they're gonna sit there until, it's 11 o'clock. They're gonna sit there until like 8 a.m. tomorrow, and then we will bake them. They will be delicious. And then right now, we have our active loaf being toasted up for some bread. Let me know, are you guys grape jelly people or raspberry or blackberry people? I'm a raspberry, blackberry person. TJ's grape jelly. Like, what is grape jelly? That's
my mom used to give me.
That is disgusting.
My mom used to give me. I think it's good.
Gallon a day?
Gallon a day.
You gonna get tan today? White boy, very, very pale boy, needs tan, needs sun. Let me see. Pull your shirt up and turn around. Show the people. This is not your... I should have done it.
Show you now. Okay, well, that was the definition of a clips video because I totally forgot to pick up the camera at the end of the night. There's just so much going on. But this is what I will say. The reason why there's so much going on, I'm a little stressed out, is there is there's one brand new thing in the shop right now. It's brand new to us, but boy, is it not brand new. You guys wanted us to step it up and kind of go crazier. So we listened, and we have potentially maybe bit off more than we can chew. This new build that we got, this new car that we got, I'm a little nervous for it. And we're about to start filming with it, and we're hopefully gonna get the first episode out this Wednesday. So trust me, it's wild. It's gonna be sick. You guys are getting a little bit of a sneak peek to it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you boys in the next clip.